Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Tifosi Time. This is episode 62 of your favorite Serie A soccer podcast, streaming live on Twitch, YouTube, playable on every podcast known to man. I don't know, everywhere. Just you can listen to it over and over and over again. We have a bunch of social media, I believe. I think we have a Twitter. We have everything. Just find us, pass the word along, subscribe. Fellas, say hello. I'm here with Dan, Chris, Pietro. Say hello, fellas.
What's up?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
We almost had a sponsor for this week. Almost, but they declined.
They declined, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Vagisil, was that who?
Vagisil, and then Stella Dora Cookie also said no. And we told him how we used to eat it every morning when we were 7 with espresso, and that's why I'm 5'4". But they still said no. I don't understand. I mean, we used to eat packs of that shit every morning. We still love you, Stella. There's always
lost.
next week. Yeah.
He's
All
not
right.
even 5'4".
I like to add an inch or two for the camera. It's all good.
No.
Okay. So let's actually talk about soccer because that's why people are probably here. Either that or they got lost and they don't know how to change their iPod. So either way, welcome.
iPod. Who the hell's using my iPod? What year is it?
Well, whatevs. Same difference. I still have my original iPod, by the way.
I'm sure you do.
I do. I can go find it. It's on my shelf.
No thanks.
It still works. Yeah, let's do a little Lazio Juventus. Let's have a little fun.
I think Bonucci's the leading scorer. On what, Juventus? On this crappy team, yeah. It's close.
He's top 5 for sure.
We still have the baller, even if he don't play. He never play.
Jesus. 2-0 Juventus win for those who didn't see or hear about it over lots. Go ahead, guys. I'll open up to you. You guys like to talk about it.
2 unsavable penalties by Bonucci.
They were nice shots. They weren't bad.
Yeah.
They put us on the 8th place, I think, because the goal that we score.
Yeah, they're tied with a bunch of people and then goal difference.
We scored less than everybody else.
Yeah. So let's talk about the game. Yeah, we got the win. I think the sorry factor went in our favor this time, so that's cool. So what are your thoughts? Go ahead, Bob. You kick it off. What did you think about this game?
I think it's this game. I think we don't like too much the way we play. I like play, but you know how to win. So they didn't even kick and goal once in the last year.
Yeah, I mean,
so that means the way one thing where the place is good and the field that the defense is strong. If Chesney didn't do no save.
Well, what I said, I think I texted Twins, right? I think I texted you guys in the middle of the game, and I said, this is the best you can hope to get out of an Allegri team, right? A team that's well organized, good defensively, doesn't give up a lot of chances, and hopefully you win 1-0, right? You're not going to be spectacular.
I hope we do the same thing tomorrow with Chelsea. Same thing.
I mean, it's going to be the same strategy, I think. I think when you see...
The strategy is going to be the same.
Yeah.
Like in the first one we won, because it was, the same.
Yeah, but they played better than yesterday's game in the first game.
But you see, if the defenses play okay, right? Although I think Danilo's good, but once we put Quadrado on the defense, we play better.
Well, Danilo's hurt now for 6 weeks, so
8 weeks. 8 weeks. Danilo's hurt. Yes, he got subbed out.
Yeah, I think what's his name, Quadrado, he performed better when he go full back.
No, for sure. Quadrado plays better as a fullback. I think, people that stuck out to me, I thought I liked the way Pellegrini played. And Rabiot played one of those.
Well, Pellegrini, I like him. But, I always say, let's put Pellegrini, young people. Pellegrini, it's okay, but I didn't like him too much.
No, well, this is what I was going to say about Pellegrini.
I think he's too timid. No, he has to get him more.
I think Pellegrini will grow in. I think Pellegrini will grow into going forward.
Sure, if you play every day, yes.
Yeah, but what I liked about hm was he really defended hard. Like he was in the tackle. He was beating people for speed. He was positioned.
For a moment, since we were defending, I was thinking maybe Sandro could do a better job. In
No,
defense.
I don't
no,
agree
hell
with
no.
you.
I
I
definitely don't.
think so.
Nope, I don't
Because
agree with
I
that.
think Pellegrini is too fragile. Still.
No,
No,
if you watch Pellegrini, his feet were set better. He never got beat one-on-one. He beat in speed races. He beat the person.
I like his
Like,
attitude.
And it's
Yeah.
a matter of trust in himself. You know what I mean? I think the more you play, better it's going to be.
Well,
That's-
yeah,
That's the thing.
100%.
He has to play. I thought he was like
Our midfield, although all three of them, McKennie, Locatelli, and Rabiot, didn't do an excellent game. They did okay, all three of them.
yeah.
Go ahead,
I
Jen.
mean,
You were
they do everything. Rabiot too to this time,
Dan and Chris. Go ahead, add something. Then I
No,
got
Chris won't.
No, I agree. I think Pellegrini had a good game. I like his attitude. He actually feels like a Juventus player. He gives it his all, and he can get a cross in the box. I think Sandro's absolutely useless. I
Yeah,
actually like the way Pellegrini
I think
plays.
if you give Pellegrini 15 games in a row, I think he starts to feel.
I believe in that too.
yeah.
I believe in
Yeah.
that too.
But one of the things I liked about Pellegrini was he put a ton of effort into the defense. Like in his attitude of defending, he didn't want the guy to pass him. Sandro
And
way
he-
too often lets guys run by him.
Pellegrini, he need the more confidence. That's
Yeah,
it.
of course.
Yeah, and
If
he,
you give
but-
him more trust, if you give him space to play, he can play.
But that's
and
the
he
thing, right?
fights, though.
But that's the thing. You need to see that now before he gets the confidence, not when he plays 2 seasons and go, oh, now Pellegrini's good. I see enough. Let him play 10, 15 games, and I don't think Sandro ever plays again. But go ahead.
No, I agree. I would play him. I would keep going with him.
No, if we think about on the right side, he had Anderson, which is good. He didn't do nothing, Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys can say this all you want, but the fact is he's not even dressed for Chelsea game tomorrow. So
Yeah.
he's not even on the roster. So
Yeah.
I don't think Allegri has
He's
the same
not on the
faith as
roster,
you guys.
right?
Yeah,
Is
he's
he
not on the
resting?
roster. I don't know if he's resting for Atalanta, but who knows? But he's
Oh,
not
listen,
on the team.
don't get me wrong. I didn't expect Allegri to play in 15 games in a row. I'm just saying if you give that guy 10, 15 games in a row, I think this is 20% of what you're going to get out of him. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
before we give away, I think
Yeah.
he deserves a chance.
Be nice to
that's-
see him.
That's for sure. But looking at this game, I mean, it wasn't just him. Juventus was basically playing eight in the box at some point, at points in this game. Like Lazio couldn't do anything because they were so compact and playing so far back and having so many people back that there was nowhere to go with the ball. And Lazio didn't have Immobile to go, has like a focal point. I like Pedro, but he's not a center forward. I do like Lazzari. I don't know why they haven't played him as much this year. Sorry, he doesn't like him for some reason, but he actually brings stuff to play forward and stuff like that. So I enjoy him.
I say that every week, man. He's a very useful player. He played more minutes this game than he has all season.
Who's that?
Lazzari.
Who?
Lazzari.
Yeah, but you see, let's talk a little bit about Lazio, right? They disappoint me with this Sarrismo stuff. I mean, they're all missing Immobile, but that's not enough.
But you have
we
to
put in contest, and we know the team, the player they have.
Yeah, but we rag
nothing. Nobody.
We rag on Juventus all the time. We have to give them credit here. They played really, really well defensively. Like, give them credit, actually.
Well, here's the difference. Here's who helped them a lot. Believe it or not, this is one of the few the 10 games you get really good out of Rabiot. Not in terms of like maybe two-way, but he ran back and forth in the midfield.
He was helping the position.
Yeah,
too.
he ran back and forth in midfield. He was winning tackles. He was recovering balls. If he could just get it in his head that was the type of player he wanted to be, to just say, I'm going to win balls. I'm going to win the contest. I'm going to win. He could really raise his value. He could be useful because he's fast and he's strong. But he only plays 10 out of 30 games like that.
10, but 10's pushing it.
It's all mental with him.
But last week this week he seemed like he wanted to play. He wanted to make his
it's mental, all right. You say it's mental, but they know if they don't perform, Juventus is going to send them someplace else.
Yeah, but he's been the same on Real Madrid. You know what I mean? Like some players just Rabiot. I mean, they've been inconsistent on whatever team they play.
Rabiot played at Real Madrid.
I'm sorry, PSG.
PSG.
But some players just don't have the mentality. It doesn't matter where you put them. I mean,
he needs to grow up. He needs to grow
Yeah,
up.
he's like he has to be more bad
Yeah.
on the field. You
Yeah.
know, he doesn't have to play too delicate or things like that. Like he don't care.
yeah, if he decided that he was going to play with like anger and force and like win the ball and be someone that was hard to pass and recover, I mean, I think if he really, really gave that a shot, like and made that, I think he could be really good. But I don't think he's ever going to decide to do that at 26.
And you
and put his
know,
own.
one thing I think if Allegri and the staff would teach him something to Kulusevski, he could have played good.
Mm.
If I was the
guy-
coach there,
the
I
guy
would have
can't
tried to
use his
make him
foot.
play like with the right foot.
He can't. He
Yeah,
can't
you
do
know
it.
what?
Practice right foot, and then you turn it with your left foot.
He's not
But
even fast.
once
He's
they
like
play, play
slow.
with the left foot,
He looks
people
fat
know
and
he,
slow, yeah.
he don't gonna do nothing.
That's the problem I have. Forget about the right foot that he can use. I think he just looks slow. Like he doesn't even look like he can beat anyone.
You know why he's slow? Because you don't use the right foot, Frank.
He's
Because
using
the
it
ball,
just to
if you
walk.
let the ball go, you don't put it this left foot to stop, and let the ball go on the side and push it with your right and move it fast. He's one step ahead.
Yeah,
You
but that's a
understand?
very.
The way he uses left foot to stop the ball is
Not even-
behind there.
I'm saying without the ball,
He,
he
he,
looks
like
slow.
he wait to defend it to get it.
I
I'm
think
saying
just
without the
trying to
ball,
get
he
the
looks
ball,
slow.
he's slow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
without the ball, he gets beaten by every defender to every ball.
It's
Right,
not what I
because
remember
he don't
from
move it the
Mark
right
Hughes.
way.
Let's listen. Let's hope Arsenal does us a favor and
Yeah.
takes him.
Let's go to the actual plays on the field. With the two penalty shots, the first one against Catalde. Did you guys? I mean, it was a penalty, I guess.
It
I
was.
thought he
It
touched
was
the
a
ball
it
first.
was a penalty.
I thought he touched the
unfortunate.
ball first, but I mean, it was a stupid play by him sliding
No,
back.
it was
into the
it
other
was a
box.
penalty because they some people they say the VAR will call everything, and the
No.
VAR is there for.
Yeah, no, the
It was
VAR,
a penalty.
it
I
Because
think
overturned
both,
it.
I think
the
both
ref-
were penalties.
The ref was there behind, but he didn't see. He didn't see the ball. He didn't see them. You know, he was close, but he didn't see the action. So when they show the VAR show, Cataldi went to the ball. He didn't ever touch the ball. What he touched Morata's foot, and they gave him make a foul.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's a penalty.
I think it was a pretty dumb lunge to Dan's point, right?
It was.
Like
It was
at
stupid.
that place on the field, like it was a pretty like I don't know, it was reckless. I thought.
So there was that one, and then Reina. I mean, he's diving backwards into his own, diving into the back of Chiesa's legs too.
Well,
so
he was
I
desperate.
know he was desperate, but he also can use his hands. Like he didn't have to go feet first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
He
dumb.
could have went hand first. He's a goalie. Like use your
Yeah.
freaking hands. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So you take those two plays out of it, and like you said before, Juventus is in 8th place because they have the least amount of goal score. I mean, if they don't have those two really dumb
No, it's
plays by
0-0.
Lazio, it's a 0-0 game because
0-0.
Juventus didn't really create much more than those two plays.
And that was my point with the comment I made, right? Like in the best case scenario, Juventus plays really well defensively, like we saw. They get one chance and they score.
You
That's
see
what
what
they're gonna
Dominic?
be.
You see Dominic what he say? He needs Mike
Mickey.
Rock
Mickey.
to train him at the
Yeah,
fight.
he's talking about Kulusevski.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
you know.
Yeah.
this
No. I
this is
think.
something they teach you when you're young.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. I don't. You see, if you cannot play with your right foot, I don't even know how you get there and at that
Yeah, but-
level.
Well,
But
that
hold
ship
on,
has sailed. They paid $40 million
Yeah.
for him.
Listen,
Oh, 40
it's not
million. You
just
talk about 40 million. Oh, when I was a play, was talking about Regina, they were saying offer 5 million lire for me. You know, it was 5 million. It was nothing. Lire. All the Italian lire.
Hmm. I'm just
I
saying.
mean, the
that
40 million euro. And you
Yeah.
don't know how to use your foot.
I get it,
Come
but
on.
it's not just him though. Like Rabiot's the same. There's a tons of players in the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, so
that
they
are-
should evaluate these people.
I
Yeah,
agree.
totally. But Juventus bought them.
Yeah,
Is
so-
there any reason?
Sometimes you see, I'll give you parenthesis, right? There is right now there is Insigne with the Laurentiis. Is going to be problem zero. It's going to leave. You know why? Because De Laurentiis he asks 6 million. De Laurentiis is going to give you 3 million, which is like 2 million less than what he make now.
That's ridiculous.
He's
Yeah,
smart.
but that's ridiculous. But a lot of people are Bernardeschi, Juventus. They tell them you want to stay, drop this. Hey,
Yeah, but okay. Insigne is like one of their top players, and he's not 35. Like, there's a difference. Like, that's you're asking a player to basically like leave and say, I don't value you.
Okay, but if you look at Insigne, I don't know why we're talking about him now, but he's past his prime, right? He's not going to get better. So why are you going to pay him more money for worse production?
yeah, but at least to give it what he making now.
Or maybe
okay.
500,000 less. You're going to say take half?
Well,
why are we going to play for
yeah.
half?
He's got to decide if that's worth it for him.
Dude, to offer $3 million to him is essentially a slap in the face. Because
especially.
Dude, he can go play on Inter and Milan and get 4.5 easily.
Inter, they don't play. What did they put into?
The argument stops here, especially when they just paid Mertens all that money to rot on the bench pretty much.
Yeah.
He barely plays and he makes
exactly.
So I get what you're saying, but
so they take the wrong stance to the wrong people. Yeah. I mean, but my point is though, I think going back to like Juventus, it's like, okay, yes, they got the result, and there's going to be days they get the result. There's going to be days they can't get the goal and they lose or tie, right? Because in the end of the day, they don't create a lot of chances. Like, they just don't.
They're very boring. Very boring.
And I'm okay with boring if you were clinical, if you got 1 or 2 chances and you scored. There was times when they played like that with Capello, with Trezeguet and Vietti, 2 or 3 chances, they scored 1 or 2. We don't even get 1 or 2. These were penalties.
Listen, when you get good games from Juventus is when they're in a Champions League second leg and they're down a goal and then they got to press and they got to score. That's when they go forward. The rest of the time they play this way. So this is what you're going to get.
And at this point, if they can play this way and get enough results to get in the top 4, then whatever, do it. But I still have my doubts, to be honest with you.
No, listen, they gain
points.
points.
If we win Saturday with Atalanta, we get on the 4th place.
That's a big if.
Yeah, that's a big step if they do that.
No, for the game itself. We show we come
confidence.
back.
Yeah, confidence.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally. Any other comments on this game?
I mean, I still think the one problem I saw with this is the Juventus. Yeah, they played well defensively. I still think there's something missing from the Chiesa's position on the field because he's not as dangerous as he should be. Something with how the team.
On this game, most of all, what I'm disappointed is Lazio performance.
Yeah, but Lazio
they didn't play well.
Lazio performance. If you take one by one, it's tell me who played well in there.
Nobody. Why are you shocked? Why are you shocked? We've had conversations about Milinkovic.
Felipe in defense, they look like two amateur.
Okay, I said Acerbi's overrated for the last 2 years.
Yeah, but you say all right. Stiamo parlando this game.
Okay, Milinkovic, Savic.
Lazzari, what he did? I saw he didn't do nobody, even in the midfield, which is on paper is good. What they did.
But you just said it. On paper, they're good, but they constantly underperform. Milinkovic Savic, how many times have we said, he's a guy when you're winning 3-0, he looks great. He does all these nice plays. In a tough game, he does nothing. He doesn't make the difference.
Anderson didn't do nothing. Petro didn't do nothing.
Yeah, and that's why I give Pellegrini credit.
Zaccagni didn't even play health the way they was
their
playing.
Their bench is so weak, man. To bring in, what's the guy's name? Muriki or what? He is awful. Why is he on the roster?
Yeah.
Mariki, he's terrible.
He's not good.
Hey, but they want to sell him.
You can't give him away.
One mistake we do, Juventus do, we talk bad about our people.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, we never sell nobody. Already they start thinking they're going to sell Sandro. Hey, people, they come to you, give me for free.
Yeah, take them for free.
But what money we make?
You lose his wages. That's the goal. Get him off the books.
Frank, you know what we don't get yet? If we didn't get a Vlahovic yet, even if they ask 70 million, they refuse 60 million for Atletico. But we need 20. We need to sell one Rabiot or anything to get some cash and to give in advance. Then we have for June. For June, you have 35 million we don't do for Morata, and that's the money.
Yeah.
I mean, how long it take to put money? I mean, we cannot sell Ramsey, we cannot sell Rabiot. Come on.
But we've said this for a long time. If you make a bad mistake and you pay them too much money, you get cursed with these contracts. Like teams don't owe us anything. What are they going to say? Oh, Juventus, you're Juventus. Let me take your mistake and make it mine.
No, and
Why
you know
would I
what?
do that?
Sometimes they
Yeah,
do that.
but they
John,
say
it's Arthur. They do that for each other sometimes.
Yeah,
say,
sometimes. Two
what do they say?
problems.
They say even Ancelotti wants Rabiot. And let's give it to him.
So, but here's the problem with this. You want to get rid of Rabiot, right? How much is Juventus paying for him? Around $7 million? Something like that?
Nothing.
Rabiot a
We
year?
got
His
zero.
contract
No,
is
what's
seven.
his salary?
What's his salary?
14 million.
Okay, so that's the problem right there.
14 million.
You want to sell Rabiot, he's got to accept a contract that's less than that. Because why would he leave?
Yeah, but already you made that contract.
Who?
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. Why would I go to Real Madrid for $6 million when I'm getting 14? At
Yeah, the
Juventus?
players got to make the players got to
Yeah, but
make
if
the
it's
money.
Real Madrid wants him, take it.
You think they're going to give him
Money
14
talks,
million?
Nobody
That's,
wants him.
for McKenna, they Tottenham is giving us 30 million. Make up your mind.
Big deal.
You
We paid
yeah,
15 or 18.
No,
whatever.
we paid 23. What is
23.
18?
So what do you make?
So we make some, but that's not the point, Frank. The point is, you want to get strong, get a Rouch for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay,
They
yeah,
need him.
we agree.
You know
A lot of-
what you take out? You know they put sacrifice the ball for Rouch. That's wrong because if you want to make a good team, you don't buy Rouch and sell the ball.
no, that's,
They're
You know
not
what I
selling
mean?
him. He's signing a contract this week. They're not selling Dybala.
I mean, I personally wouldn't sign Dybala to a contract, but that's me.
It's
you
happening.
wouldn't sign him.
I wouldn't sign
Why?
Dybala
Because he's hurt too much.
because he's hurt too much. It's the same thing with Demirel last year. I said I don't want him because he's hurt too much. So
No, I mean,
I
listen,
don't want him.
here's the thing: if you don't have the ball on the team, you really take him off. I mean, what do you have left?
No,
on this
hey, you
team?
don't have nobody.
You
Yeah,
have
nobody.
nothing.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
no.
I'm starting over anyway.
You don't have
No,
nobody.
but you can build with the ball. I mean, you got to
Hey,
figure you guys can.
And then there is a Rovella. It's yours.
Let's hope they keep
Demirel,
him.
it's yours. Take it, keep.
So the thing is, too, Dan, if you get rid of Dybala, you have no face because Delit's gone this summer too.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
you have
Delit's
no
gotta
face.
like
Of the franchise.
I'd rather
Fine.
sell.
No,
you're gonna have
you're
a bunch
signing-
of 38.
No, so Frank, let's just say you get Rouch, but you sell the ball and delete. What you do? You didn't do nothing. You become
Vlahovic
another
is your new
Fiorentina.
face. What are you saying?
You become another Fiorentina.
I wish.
Well, listen,
Could they
this
get
is-
Italiano as a coach?
the biggest chances. I mean, the biggest probability is that they don't turn this around in 1 year, right? Like,
Yeah, then they
That's what I'm
can do
saying.
it. If they do the right move, they can do it, Frank. Let me tell
But
you.
Frank, that's my point. You're not going to do it in 1 year, most likely. Dybala's already 28 years old. Like you're waiting 2-3 years. The guy's going to be 31 and playing even less.
no,
So-
but to me, I agree. I think Dybala, Chiesa, and Vlahovic gives you
Hey,
a
that's
foundation. That
that's a
gives you
trio, a
the
forward,
front three that you
come
can play
on.
for the next 4 years, right? And beyond.
That's
And
tops. That's like
and that's a top team. That's a top team.
that can
you just
compete
need
with anyone.
you just need to bring Ravella back, keep Locatelli. You need to, Delit I would sell to try to fund
No,
another
they-
midfielder and another
let's
defender.
sell the
You
league.
guys
Why you
are
gotta
so-
don't get him
you're-
started on the please.
Dude,
You
Yeah,
guys
how-
are so delusional on
Okay,
Delite.
how-
He's so
okay,
good.
let
It's
me- let me-
ridiculous.
The delusion, you sell the lead.
let me
What
ask
do
you this
say?
question then. Let me ask you this question then. How are you getting the monty to get the midfielders
What do you
and
mean
defenders?
that I give you the bond? Get
No,
rid of the Ramos.
You're going to use the same
Rabiot.
30 million over and over again.
Ramos,
Are you not allowed to
to
do
use it
that?
once.
Hey, Frank, they say they don't have money now. In June they have money.
Oh yeah, why do they have money in June?
Because they put money.
They funnel that
they
Jeep
put
money in
there.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. I don't. Unless if you're telling me they're going to put $200 million, and then fine, keep Delit. Great.
So you
right.
have to keep. But how you plan to have a good team when you start to give away all the good players?
Well, I'm not saying.
You go-
I'm the one
you
saying
stay,
keep the
you
ball.
stay with Bonucci the lead.
Benucci's
Come
got
on.
another 7 years in his legs.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I think Vlahovic, Dybala, and Chiesa gives you a good foundation.
Yeah,
I think
but-
Locatelli and Ravella.
But you see,
But we need midfield.
The defense is playing good because the lead and because Bonucci is playing good. Otherwise, what do you think?
I'm not saying not replace him with anyone. I'm saying find
Who are they
someone that's good that's not $85 million. That's
Oh,
what I'm
who
saying.
you find? Who
There's
you
nobody
find?
else around.
No,
Campanaro.
Who? Sampanara is not a defender.
Saponara is forward.
I know, I'm kidding.
Guys, we have to move on because we got other things to talk about. We'll talk about their transfer window, I'm sure, a million other times during the season.
Talk. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked 25 minutes about that. We got to move on to something else. Dom, go to the Inter game because this is the biggest game of the week. Number 3 Inter versus number 1 Napoli. 3-2 Inter win. I believe Chris and I both predicted Inter were going to win this game, right? Chris?
Yeah.
They were home.
They were home, yeah, so they had that. Game started off with Zielinski scoring. In my opinion, Handanovic should have saved it. He dove wrong. It was a nice shot, but he dove with 2 hands. If he would have dove with 1 hand, it would have been easier for him to get.
He was slow to react to that in general, though.
Yes.
That was Handanovich's fault.
Yeah.
I mean, we're probably the only 3 with that opinion, but because it was a very nice shot, but I think he should have saved that. So going with that,
he wasn't on the corner.
No, there was movement on the ball. The shot had movement, but he had enough time to react to it, I think. Going with that, Napoli has the lead, and as Juventus fans, they're in first place, but whenever we see Inter down, we're kind of happy about it, right?
Yeah, I was kind of actually. What did you guys want to happen here? I know we did our predictions, but I was kind of.
I tell you,
A tie would have been.
I hope. Even I wouldn't mind if Napoli or Milan win the championship.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's what I was gonna say. I was hoping Napoli was gonna win here, and we leave another team. They would have still been. Inter would have been stuck with Atalanta, right? 4 points ahead of us. That's what I was kind of hoping for,
Mm-hmm.
and have number 3 and 4 only 4 points in us. Like that's what. Because I'd rather see Napoli win, obviously, than
To
Inter.
us, it would have been better if Napoli would have won.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think so.
Sure.
Well, for the 4th place, yeah. Obviously.
Yeah, for
for
third and
Juventus.
fourth place.
You're power to win the championship. You
I
can't.
you're the one that says it every week that they still have a chance. Not
No,
me.
I didn't say.
You always say it.
No, I say it's difficult because you don't have just one team in front of you.
I know. So
When you have
yes.
two team, even the 2 come down, the rest stay there.
Okay, so you guys are coupling the fact that we hate Inter and
Yeah.
that they're in the top 4. You would like them to lose the points so Juventus has a shot into the
Yeah.
4th.
Yeah.
That's more logical to me as well. For me, I picked Inter because I want it to be an even closer race up top.
You want it
as
to be
well.
a good race.
I
towards
want it
the
to be
end,
a
3
really good
teams.
race, up top. I want it to be at least 2 or 3 teams fighting to the
But
last.
the good race is going to be anyway, Daniel.
It is, but I want the top to be a good race.
You see, it's not the first game Napoli lose, the last. Or
No,
Milan,
I know,
the
yeah.
first, the
I mean,
last.
listen. I would love, as much as we go Juventus Napoli, I would love to see Napoli. If Juventus can't win, I'd like to see Napoli win it, right? I
Yeah,
definitely don't
for
want to
sure.
see Inter win it. So,
Mhm.
but at this point, I'm just thinking practical. Like, I want as many points close to Juventus as possible to try to sneak into that top 4 by the end of the year. Because a team with no Champions League money is scary.
How many teams are 21 points?
Yeah, there's 3 teams.
There's
So
3
imagine
teams.
if Inter would have lost that time.
Yeah, they would have been at 24 with
25
Atalanta.
with
25.
Atalanta. So
Yeah.
for the third and fourth place, they could be, or everybody could have played.
Yeah,
I mean, it's still a ton of games, right? It's 13 out of 38 games.
It's
so.
still, way too early. So anyway, Inter does get the 3 points. They get Chananoglu. Looks like he's taken the penalty shot spot from Lautaro. He's been the one taking them. You had Perisic had a goal that was a VAR review.
Perisic is playing well, huh?
Perisic has played really well since he's come back.
So Damian.
He's streaky.
No, Perisic is talk about you talk about Kulusevski who can't use one foot. Perisic can use both feet. He can use it better than most people. Both feet. So he's impressive. He's played really really well. They didn't have Dzeko start this game, so that was a change up for them.
Yeah, but they have a Correa. I would have a Correa on my team anytime.
Yeah, I know, but they're 2 different types of players, though. That's what the point I'm making is that you're used to playing with Dzeko up
Yeah,
top.
when you have Correa and Martinez partnering up top, it doesn't give you any real height, right? So they kind of, it doesn't give them a focal point. It's different.
Listen, I know we're talking about Inter, but Napoli's in trouble here.
Very much.
How long is
Osimhen's
out?
out, and Gisa's out now too.
For how
What
long?
happened to Anguissa?
And he's out a few weeks at least.
Yeah,
so they're in trouble.
Osimhen broke bones in his face. He's going to be out like 3 to 4 weeks, I think. I didn't
Can they
hear
just put a
Anguissa.
mask on him?
both orbital bones. So
No, they
Frank,
try to
he's-
fix one.
He's
And
a
plus,
very physical guy.
don't forget they have the Africa.
yeah, they're in trouble for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you
We
look
said
at
that, right?
you look at Napoli, I mean, who are they going to put in center forward now? You can't trust Patania.
No,
They're going to put
Exactly.
Pistania.
They're going to
Yeah,
put
but
Mertens.
they have Patania, they have Martins.
Mertens is going to be there, I think.
Mertens played with. Listen, one game he looked like he was a little bit. He looked like he was in the mood. So
Well, he
they're
was fresh. He
Yeah.
never plays anymore.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe you get 10 good games out of
But he's still
Mertens,
good.
right?
He's still good. They don't
Yeah,
play,
yeah.
He's still good.
And Mertens scored, and he should have had another goal. He
Yeah.
should have tied that game.
Yeah.
at the
They
end
had a
of it.
couple
And-
chances to tie. Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe Mertens gives them, but because they're going to need that. Because look, we said it's not about when they lose. We knew they were going to. It's like how do they react to that, right? Like, does it
Yeah.
one loss and then you start winning again, or does it end up being
You see-
5 games where you,
You
get
see,
4 points?
without Olsman, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. That's a big loss.
Go back and play a little bit the way they were to
Yeah.
play with Gattuso.
I actually
You know,
think
Because
Anguissa
you
is
see
just a
with
bigger loss.
Almost they have the long pass. You know, they throw now with Mertens or Patania, they can.
Yeah, they don't stretch the field as well.
Yeah.
That's for
I
sure.
think Anguissa is just as big a loss.
And
as-
I
Geesa's
love
a-
him.
And Geesa's a huge loss.
He's
But
been so good.
Osimhen is also. I mean, both those guys. They've been their 2 best players, really.
Yeah.
You know, it's that's
you
a
watch
big-
a month of 3-4 games without Anguissa, how less chances Napoli gets how many
Oh,
more
yeah,
they
you're going to
give up.
see Deme
Yeah.
replacing him, Lobotka replacing him. These aren't guys anywhere near his quality.
No, I mean they're not horrible, but they're he's been playing very well.
Mhm. Yeah. So Inter does get the win. They get the 3 points. It's a huge win for them. Very, very good win.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like I said, they make it
Yeah.
even more interesting up top. And it's a 3 seed.
I know. Daddy loves seeing Inzaghi flip the hell out on the sideline. He's a psychopath, dude.
I mean, does he get a card every
Yeah.
game?
Hey, with the,
I don't think he's that bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
dude, it's
terrible,
bad.
Frank. Frank, the slow motion videos on him are freaking hysterical.
They are hysterical, but I mean, I think he doesn't. I mean, I'd rather have
With
that.
his hair.
I'd rather have that than sorry.
when you get upset in Sagi, I laugh.
Yeah, it always puts a smile on my face.
Let me do my sorry. Hold on a second. Hold on.
What are you
Hold
doing?
on. I'm doing a sorry. Hold on.
His sorry impersonation. Wait, no. First of all, your pen and your paper are way too
I know.
big.
I don't have a pen.
So-
I don't have a little thing to stick in my mouth as I sit here.
They're way too
Like an
big. You
asshole.
gotta shrink them.
He
What
just
do we
writes in
think-
his diary all day.
What-
No, you know what I like? When I see all this coach, when they write something down, I wish to know what they write.
Sorry, writes
probably-
stuff before the game starts. He's writing like what he's eating for dinner, I think. or
Probably his
something.
grocery list. I'm thinking.
Yeah, what are we eating tonight?
Yeah.
What do you think about our favorite defender, Ranocchio, starting in the middle there? And that's
Hey, but he did a good game.
Yeah, he didn't play bad.
He stopped Postman.
Um,
Good game.
It was what was it like 12 head collisions in this game?
For someone who never played, it's like Rugani. That time it was a hell.
Yeah, but this game, I mean, it was very entertaining.
It was
back
fun.
and forth. It was a really fun game to watch, and I thought, Napoli get that early lead that they might hold on to it, but Inter, like I said, give them credit. They came back and they won. But very one of the more fun games to watch.
Listen,
and it lived up to it. It was
Another good game for Serie A in terms of like
Totally.
an advertisement, right? All the big games have been pretty good back and forth.
Mhm.
Except
Move
for
on
maybe
to
Lazio Juventus.
Move on to that Milan one. That was good too, man.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we might as well because this game 4-3 Fiorentina with the upset. None of us picked them.
I picked Fiorentina, didn't I?
No, you
No.
didn't.
And
No,
the
you
way they start, I thought Milan would have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
this
didn't
one,
pick Fiorentina.
This one was crazy because it was a lot of action, but also there were so many mess ups from both teams. So
Oh my
many
God.
clumsy, klutzy plays, like giving the other team a goal. You start with the first one from Tatarusanu on that corner kick.
Oh, God.
where
Yeah,
he fumbles it.
Tiramisu.
Hey, let's not forget Fiorentina was playing with not defense.
That's true. Yeah. Their center defense, their top 3 defenders were out, so they're playing with Venuti, who's a fullback, and Igor,
what
who's
is
a
it?
backup.
Quarta Milinko
Yeah,
below
both
this
out.
season and there.
I did pick
Oh.
Fiorentina. See?
Oh, Frank did. Okay.
Liars.
All right, congrats, you got it. It was a one game you got right this week.
Yeah.
And maybe
Thank
he
you,
got-
producer,
maybe I
for setting it
messed up.
straight. It's okay. We'll go over that later. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't insane.
All right, well, whatever. So nobody touches the goalie, and he drops the ball, and
That was
Duncan has an
pathetic.
easy. I mean, talk about can we get Mignon back as soon as possible?
That
Like,
was
Please,
his best
someone back.
Chesney. That was a Chesney impersonation.
That was terrible, man.
I
I could
think-
see if somebody was pushing him. Nobody was near him.
They said he's gonna play Sassuolo. He's gonna.
Yeah,
Mignon's
he's
looking.
4 weeks ahead of schedule, Mignon. I think a couple, 3 or 4 weeks ahead of schedule. So that's good for them because he's
So filet
they're-
mignon is coming back, and tiramisu is going to the bench.
yeah,
Where
he belongs. He's terrible.
That was my dad joke of the day.
Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I don't even know what I was going to say. I was going to say the one thing. It's funny, like Vlahovic. If you watch the game, right, this was almost a continuation of the game he had versus Juventus, where he didn't touch the ball at all, except when he got the two half chances in the end.
No, but that's not true, man.
But
You
he had
watch
the
him
assist
play.
too.
Dude, you watch him play. He holds the ball up. He
He
passes.
does,
beautifully.
but I mean,
He's
again,
so good.
he had. I mean, he was going up against Kyer too, which is not an easy thing, right? Like,
I thought he did well versus him, like really well versus him.
Yeah, I don't think he had a bad game.
really well. I mean, he's good because he scored 2 goals. If he didn't score 2 goals, what would
Oh.
you? Vlahovic.
Oh.
Vlahovic.
Vlahovic said, I just want Juventus just to buy him, and then everybody.
This fucking guy.
I know that. I was saying I was about to compliment him. You guys all
Then
jumped in.
anybody can play with him.
I liked that
I thought he had a really good
the
game.
chances he scored. I liked. They weren't like sitters.
He's a
He had a lot
strong.
to do.
He's a strength. He's a strong guy.
Yeah,
He
no,
don't do it all.
Kaya is good defense.
no shit.
Hey, Kaya didn't do nothing.
Yeah, Frank, I think your take on the game was different than me, Chris, and Daddy on it. We all thought he had a good game, not just the goals. The hold up play, the pass, the assist.
No, I
to
like the
Stampanara.
pass he does. He see
Stampanara's
the
goal was
field. He see the
beautiful.
field.
Yeah, he's got good vision. He's got talent for sure.
He see the field.
But he's
He
also
look
got
like sometimes look like the ball and the forward together. He can do both.
and he's got the heart. He's got the heart that a lot of players don't have.
He
So
wants to. He wants.
Mhm.
That's why you went to play as one of those.
Yeah, no, look, no one's saying that. We all agree with that.
So he had another 2 goals. So if Fiorentina had a 2-goal lead, a 3-goal lead. They were up 3-0, and I think Dom, our producer, turned the game off at 3-0.
And you know this guy Vlahovic, he speaks Italian too good.
Yeah, he's been in Italy for a few years. I hope you learn it.
No, 2 years. So
He's been in Italy
It's
for
the same.
2-3 years.
It's
You
the-
think he would pick up the language a little bit?
When he's
they
19,
speak in his country. I think they speak Italian too sometimes.
well, that's less impressive then.
It's a something.
Did you know they teach
where-
kids in Spain Spanish from a young age?
we had Ronaldo. He couldn't speak one word Italian.
Yeah, because he didn't care.
He
He
didn't
didn't
care.
He didn't care. No, he's a snob. He
That's
don't
what I
care.
mean.
He should have speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really not even that far off the languages. 3-0 lead for Fiorentina. Dom, our producer, turned it off, and then we told him what the score was. He was like, "Oh, damn, 4-3." It was a comeback from Milan, which Ibra had 2 goals. He also set up the own goal where Venuti put it in his own net. Again, another blunder by the team. One of the teams. He also was super lazy. He's getting super lazy. I think he was offsides himself like 4 or 5 times. He doesn't run anymore.
I thought Abramovich ran more this game though than the first.
But he was
the
still
last
late.
game was-
He was still lazy though.
Yeah,
in
well,
some-
he's
Daniel, Ibrahimovic scored for a mistake with the defense. He gave it the ball to him.
Oh yeah, that was Bonaventura.
He did the mistake for Hernandez.
Yeah, Hernandez scored. Yeah, gave
Hernandez
the ball
gave
up for
another
a
goal.
That's what I'm saying. There was so many misplays in this game. Yes, it was a fun game to watch, but it was also like, damn, what the hell are you guys doing? Like,
Yeah,
who
it
are you
wasn't
passing
a
to?
very clinical game. There was a lot
Yeah.
of
But nevertheless,
Tiramisu, the mistake. It's a lot of mistakes.
By the way, is this the battle of the 2 closest sounding goalie names? Terracciano and Tiramisu. I mean,
and Tatarozano. Yeah,
and
What's
you put
the
him.
deal with Dragowski? Is he still hurt? What's the deal?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's supposed to be injured.
He's got to still be hurt.
He's really good.
But the 2 top teams lose for the first time. One of them they see the score and like, oh man, we can go ahead, and then they lose too. So
Hey, what's the next game?
We'll look
Hold
later.
on to that. We're gonna go to the next
Napoli. He play Lazio.
We'll get there. Fiorentina pick up points. Everyone picks up on the top two.
Yeah.
What do you guys have anything else to say about this?
I'm glad with the result.
No, yeah, me too. And I like Tonali impresses me every game. I like the way he plays. He's really changed from a
This
year.
game that didn't impress me too much.
No, he's still much better than when he was.
Kessie played better today than him.
Well, they're different.
It's about time. Kessie's been playing not so good, so he needs to play better. And no Tomori, which we didn't.
I like from Milan.
Yeah.
Leao.
Yeah, he's been awesome.
Yeah.
He's been
He's
playing
good.
good.
He's when he get the ball and then he's a faster guy.
He's playing with a lot more confidence this year than he's played in previous years.
I don't think Hernandez dominated the side as much as you would.
No,
expect.
Hernandez didn't play well.
You know,
Well,
with going against Bonaventura and Odorzola.
Yeah. Well, so with Leao too, though, you have to remember he's playing a lot more consistently this year.
He's getting
which
more
is
playing
definitely
time.
helping him.
Yeah,
he knows his spot and his role.
Milan miss Calabria Tomori.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I was just going to say
Which is big.
They
Yeah.
went two big defense in there.
I am happy for Sampanata though, because I remember Sampanata. Like I was always a big fan of his. I was one of his fanboys when he was younger, and then he kept getting hurt. And
He's
people were
always
like,
hurt.
and people were like, "Oh, he's not that good." I'm like, he always had skill. He just was either on a crappy team or he got injured every
I put him in the same category. Sampanara, Caprari, all these guys have so much skill, but never like clicked with them all. And then they put in like efforts like this, and like, man, that's why everyone liked it when they were so young. And they had like
this to tell you when the people has the trust of the coach and the confidence.
Yeah, Italiano loves him.
Italiano does love him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when a player has this connection with the coach, he play well.
Yeah, I think Sampanata is totally one of those guys. Like if he would have had the right coach and I think he had some other previous coaches that liked him, but those were years where he was just hurt all the time.
Exactly. Yeah, he's always
he's had bad luck.
Sampanata was good with Empoli.
Yeah.
Then I think Milan bought him.
Yeah, and then he
didn't do nothing.
hurt. He never really played.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Locatelli was on Milan too. So it's like it doesn't really always mean something.
Locatelli was with Milan when he was really young.
Yeah,
So what was
He scored a
Sampanata, like
beautiful,
24, 25?
he scored a beautiful goal, Locatelli against Juventus, if you remember.
Yeah, that was his first goal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Locatelli is one that has a clear thing. He want to go to Juventus.
Yeah, Locatelli's a good player. I still stand by my 3 years from now. Locatelli would be better than Barella.
No, Barella's good.
I don't think so.
Barella is good.
I don't think so.
Barella is good. I'm saying
I don't think
Locatelli is
so
going to be
either.
more important. He's going to be more consistent.
I'm telling you, I said this last year. If I had one player to start my team with, I'm starting with Barella. He's my first choice to start a team with from scratch.
I think Barella is more evident because he goes back and forth. He scores more
No,
goals.
I would have started with Raul.
Yeah. Are you talking just Serie A, right?
I mean, I'm speaking Italian players. I was thinking about more of Italian players to start your team with.
I'm starting with Chiellini.
Buffon,
and Chiellini.
yeah. No, I mean
We're gonna have one good year.
Barella. If I'm coaching the national team, Barella's the one who I'm always on my team.
Don't get me wrong. Why do you guys take? Why do
Hey,
you guys take it as me?
Daniel, that's the mistake Mancini's doing.
No, listen.
Because
I know he's
Barella's
not playing
good.
well.
He's always inside. No, you have to understand when it's a nice game.
Well, that's what okay, so you guys just said two of my points. A, by me saying the Locatelli thing, it's not me slamming Barella at all. He's awesome, right? I'm just saying I think Barella, because he's runs a little bit more and he scores more goals, people see him more. But Locatelli is very consistent in how he plays and what he gives to the team. He gives the team a pivot point. He makes the play simple. He opens it up. Like he does that consistently, and Barella on a bad day can disappear. Locatelli's still going to do his part. That's all I'm saying.
I don't agree.
I'm just saying. That's if we all agree, it'd be boring. I'm just saying. You guys laughed at me when I called Spinazzola 12 years ago, so it's all good.
I thought you said something totally different right there. Thank God you said that. Oh my God.
Dom, what other cards?
Frank, Spinazzola, when he was with Juventus, he wasn't show what he showed with Roma.
No, he was
That's
hurt
what
all
makes
the time.
it. That's what makes it a good call. I called it on Atalanta
No,
before.
you didn't call it when it was Juventus.
Are you freaking kidding me?
No,
First of all,
no.
you're an
Twins,
idiot.
you have to step in here and
Because
tell me.
the reason they bought him is because he played so well in Atalanta. So obviously people saw talent in him. So
Okay.
that argument does not make sense.
And who cried for 3 years after they sold him from Juventus?
Well, it hasn't
Me.
been 3 years.
I was the one who said it was a mistake. So don't say
It hasn't been 3 years, but okay.
Now you talk about a mistake. It was a double mistake because we got a Pellegrini, and and we never play him, and we never play him.
He didn't even play for the loan
Because
team.
if you would
No,
play
he didn't.
from the beginning, he wouldn't be good. So we would not feel it.
I wouldn't have any problem if they loan people out and they actually played. Look at the guy that some Juventus got that we loaned out to Samp, and now he's like leaving the team.
He's in Holland right
He
now.
wants to leave the
house.
country. Leave the country.
He said, "Screw you guys, I'm not coming back."
Let's talk about Pellegrini. I think Pellegrini, it's not much. It's good. It's not much in defense. It's when he has a chance to go up, he has a chance to cross. We didn't see him yet.
Yes, that will come. But I'm saying defensively is what I was impressed with.
You see how good this is.
Yes.
Yes, we'll have plenty of time. Hopefully, Pellegrini plays on Saturday or so this weekend. I'm hoping that's the case. Let's go to the Atalanta Spezia game. Not that this was a great game or anything. Spezia did take the lead 1-0. Atalanta ended up winning 5-2. We haven't talked about them in a while, and they are in 4th place. And if you look at them from last year, the beginning of the season, they were terrible in the beginning of the season. They are not even playing as good as they can, and they're in 4th place.
Yeah, they're still not playing well.
They're scary, man.
Which could make them good, right? If they start hitting their form in the second half of the year, really truly playing well, that could be one of those special runs.
Keep in mind, Gosens still isn't here.
Gosens isn't there, man.
Yeah. The team is legit, man.
And losing Gosens is like losing 3 players.
Yeah.
So,
well, for you, he's MVP apparently.
Yeah.
And I can't stress enough how much better Pasalic is when he plays higher up the field. He gets lost in the midfield when he drops backward.
Yeah, but
he's
still,
so much better.
I tell you something about Atalanta. Atalanta lost in Romero. Romero was great for that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because if you compare Romero and Demiral, there is a big difference.
Yeah, and Demiral
didn't play it was a show, coolness, tranquility. It was a show, everything.
Listen,
you mean when you lost Romero?
But there's a reason why he was voted best defender in the league last year, right?
Demiral's not on that level. He's not going to be at that level. He's never going to be the best defender in the league.
Altogether, even what's his name? I hope they wake up against us. Malinowski is not playing the way he was used to play.
But that's what I'm saying. They're not even playing that good. So they're still in 4th.
And now they start to get to. You see, they say Saturday, Gosens is going to play.
Yeah.
But still, they're coming from injury. You know what I mean?
That's a tough ask for Gosens to come back against Juventus as their first game.
But I see Zapata is coming up.
Zapata's playing really well. Yes, he's the one guy that is really, carrying the team on his shoulders.
As a defense, I don't think they are like last year or years before.
No.
Well, the years before, they were never great defense. Last year, they were a little better with Romero, but they were never great defensively.
And they're getting less offense out of their center backs,
if you think about for the room and Flua, they don't play the way they want to play.
They haven't played as much.
They haven't played together much. Yeah. They haven't played together much.
They've been hurt.
Atalanta's good, but it's not like.
And listen, I still think even though Miele's been good, I still think they lost. And Zappacotta's okay. Like he's not. They lost a little something when they lost Castagna too.
Hatabor's been out all season. Gosens has been out most of the season. Zappacosta I don't like, and he's played pretty decent.
Yeah, he's played okay. But when they had Castagna, they could rotate these guys and
that was a smart move. They made a buttload of money on him. I would have done the same.
It's all relative, right? Like they change their players for resources, they cash them in. But I mean, that's why you see some of these drops sometimes, right? Like
Plus, he didn't like Gasparini either. That was a smart move, I think.
Yeah, there's friction with some of the players with him, so then they end up siding with Gasparini and they get rid of him.
And listen, don't forget they also lost what's his name. that they got rid of mid-year. That was their really
Papa Gomez.
Gomez. Don't forget, he was a lot of times like he kept the consistency for them when they played
like the
bad.
heart and soul of the team. Yeah.
And Papa Gomez, you had him there in a bad couple games. He would score for you. He'd win. He'd make the other people. So it makes a difference.
Spezia has a few of Atalanta's loanees over there. Kovalenko.
Overall, you know what I think of Atalanta overall? Gasperini is good. That they must have a trainer that they're good. They keep them fit.
It's the whole system.
I still don't feel like they're as fit this year as they've been in the last 4 years.
No, but Atalanta, a lot of times they start to slow, and then they pick up.
That'll be the good, interesting part. If they pick it up and everyone gets fit and they start really clicking on all cylinders.
That means they have a good coaching.
It's the organization, top from bottom. They're better than everyone.
We've said this for how many years, though?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, like I said, this wasn't like a thrilling game or anything, whatever, but they did score 5, and they are playing. They're getting results, which last year, if you see them last year at the round 13, they weren't anywhere near this spot. So it's good for them. Hopefully they keep it up, and hopefully they win this week in the Champions League and can get back in the top 2 spots.
Yeah. That's important for them to get through the Champions League so they can continue to grow into that tournament too.
If they get to the knockout stages, they're going to be dangerous. Nobody wants to play against Atalanta in the group stage.
Assuming they continue to grow and get fit, and these guys come back.
Gasperini, you know what he say? Like where they play, it's a turfy. It's in what do you call that?
There's not grass. It's AstroTurf.
That's
really?
what you don't like.
Oh, really?
Well, that does suck. I mean, that's not fun to play on.
Because the ball, it's different, moving.
Yeah, it moves different speeds. Dom, go to the results of the rest of the week, and we'll quickly run through those.
That shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, seriously. I thought that wasn't allowed.
Sassuolo 2, Cagliari 2. I just watched the highlights for all these games. So when I was watching that game live, Scamacca scored, Pedro scored again. Pedro, who they're saying could be the savior for Italy, maybe a call-up for Italy to play in the playoffs.
How do you guys feel about that?
I would call him up. It can't hurt. Wait, hold on. If my choice is Belotti or him, I'm not even saying it as a player. How do you?
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I think all of us would agree with that. I guess my question is, how do you feel about the whole making someone Italian? I know we did it with Camoranesi.
He's Italian.
He married an Italian girl.
He married an Italian girl.
I'm
okay with it. Listen, Jorginho is Brazilian too.
Yeah,
America, it's not the same thing.
No,
exactly.
I'm just using the same thing for everybody, right? I'm just saying. Yeah. I think we did it with Camoranesi back in the day, if you remember.
Yeah, listen,
right?
if he qualifies, he qualifies.
We did remember with Sivori, Altafini.
It's been going on forever.
Every country does it, so
it's true.
It's true. Does it. I mean, if Pedro is there a choice, at least to be on the bench for Immobile. If Immobile's having a bad game, throw him in there. I'll take him over Belotti.
Yeah,
I agree.
Wholeheartedly. And he's versatile.
I saw him today, Belotti. I saw him. Although he played a nice game, I mean, he did something called the ball.
He can't shoot.
But he has a goal a goal scorer.
He's terrible. I don't care if he can head the ball back to his midfielders. He can't shoot.
You have to imagine Pedro too playing with a Berardi and a Chiesa or an Insigne. You know how much better they're going to play with each other? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be way better.
So, I'm on board with that. Bologna 0, Venezia 1. Venezia getting 3 points again. Frank, you did get that game right as well.
I thought you were kidding.
What?
Right. When you picked
Venezia.
That's a good pick, man. Bologna was home. I mean,
they're so hot and cold. Even though Bologna had tons of opportunities. Romero played good again. Venezia's goalie.
I believe I said if Mihalovic would have played, I would have reversed it. But
Okereke had a goal, right?
Yeah, Okereke from the Buzio, lucky assist, but we'll get the assist from Buzio. We'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Salernitana 0, Sampdoria 2. My boy Kondreva with the goal. Just got to throw that in there. Anytime he does good, I would call him up to the national team too, but that's just me. We talked about Inter. We had Genoa 0.
Is he really worse than Florenzi?
Hey, Genoa Roma. 10 minutes to the end, they were 0-0.
Yeah, so this game,
And
Rome
Genoa, I saw just one player good in there, Rovella, which
Yeah,
Genoa
I knew that was.
The rest
I really hope they take Rovella
Pure
back.
Amaro, Costura, che cazzo?
They're
And
so
Genoa,
bad.
Pure Rovella play with good player.
Yeah,
Let's see what
Rovella's
he can-
yeah.
So for those who didn't see, Rome won 2-0. They did score twice in the last 10 minutes. 18-year-old scores 2 goals. What's his name? Guyan? What's his name, Chris?
Yeah, Guion or something.
Guion.
But listen, if you haven't seen that second goal, go to the highlights, watch it. It was ridiculous. Like for
Yeah,
18-year-old to pull that off. Like
Yeah, he's playing with confidence as a
Hey,
30-year-old.
hey, about this guy that scored for Roma,
Yeah.
Mourinho promised $800 worth of shoes.
Yeah, this is a funny
So
story.
he had
yeah.
to pay. And once when he opened the shoes, the box, somebody, one of the player, his friend, say, look, there is banana too. Now there is like, they talk about this now, well say, mention banana. Like a black guy.
I didn't hear that story. I don't know what
I
that
didn't hear
is.
that either.
No, here.
I heard the
like-
story that he promised
But
to
that
buy
was
him
like
sneakers if he
it's
scored,
supposed
and
to
he
be
did buy him sneakers.
a joke between the player. You know what I mean?
Well, it's
Well,
Um,
if it came out in the
because they
media, that's
said-
bad.
No.
Because
So I
they say
do-
he like a banana anyway.
it sounds
But
racist,
when
but
you,
okay.
when you mention
I-
banana to the black people, like a
Yeah,
chimpanzee.
we get it.
you know.
We get it. So I did hear that, and he actually came out with the reporters and said I didn't take offense to it or anything
Right,
like that. So
right.
he already squashed it, but like that's still not right. That's not. cool
No,
that
it's
he did
not.
that.
It's not
That's
cool. No.
offensive. Yeah,
No,
that's
and
terrible.
that's what people say. Roma should have stopped that piece.
They
Of
turned a good
course.
a good story into that shit. I don't
Yeah.
like that. Now I want
Yeah.
Rome to get in 10th place. I don't. Fuck that team.
Yeah, that's not cool.
You had Verona win today against Empoli 2-1. Verona, Tudor, Coach of the Year. You had
Tudor.
Torino beat
Hey,
Udinese 2-1
Tudor,
also today.
Tudor, let's hope he continues like that. Remember, Tudor, he coached Udinese.
Yeah.
And he started good, and then he dropped. I hope
Yeah.
he's not just do good that with the Verona.
Yeah.
Let's hope we learned something. He
Tom-
did have the year under Pirlo, so I'm sure he's much better now.
I don't know.
Throw it. Yeah, he learned a lot from Pirlo.
Yeah,
What
he
not,
learned a
what
lot.
not to do. Dom, throw up the standings. So yes, everyone, the top is coming back to the pack. Napoli and Milan lose. So you have Inter gaining points. So it's Napoli, Milan, Inter, Atalanta. That stays the same. Rome, Lazio, Fiorentina, Juventus all have 21 points. So that's 6, 7, and 8.
So
Verona,
this game this week is pretty big.
it's
It's a
huge.
big, it's a big
Yeah.
game, yeah.
And it's fun because every week there's at least one of those games that are
Yeah,
happening,
there really
between
is.
those top 7. It's really
So-
cool.
So literally, there's 11 points separating 8 and 1 and 2, right?
Wait,
the,
so-
the top 2 teams are tied at 32, and then you have 3 teams tied
Hey,
at 21.
hey, boy, like dreamer. Like I say, like before, I say, Juventus again and look for the first place because there is a 3 team, over, But in the same times, I say, if let's say Sunday, they lose another 3 points, and then the thing is start to be worry. 3
Oh,
points.
yeah, listen, if
Because,
the end of the next week
if
Juventus
it's a
is sitting
foul-
at
if it's a
24 and they're at
foul,
32.
It's a follow. So 32, 21, 24, Then it's
Just
started to
spouting
go
out numbers.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm more impressed with Verona. They got rid of that putz, and look at them right now. They're 19 points, 2 behind Juventus.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty
Right.
impressive.
They temporary those people.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna come
But-
back to earth, but
Yeah, but if you look at
Remember
all
where
the
they
teams,
were,
They're temporary. Look, it's the net is here.
yeah, but if you look at all the teams,
if
if you look at all the teams behind them, there's no clear ones that are that much better than them.
whoa, I would think Sassuolo's ahead of them.
Sassuolo, the only one.
guys,
Torino.
and then the quality of the player come up.
Yeah,
I
Verona's
agree.
got a good roster.
You can let's take Verona, Bologna. They cannot play 40 game like
But
that.
also you'll see at the window teams like Genoa, Coyote, they're going to buy players. Like, they're going to get better the second half.
Genoa could buy a whole new starting 11 and they will suck.
But I'm saying they're going to try. They're going to try to, though. They will buy
try
players.
to save themselves, right?
Yeah, they do it every year, Chris.
Hey,
they suck in the first half.
Forget
And
it.
they get better.
Ramsey if they want on loan.
Shevchenko, coach, right?
Yeah.
Shevchenko, his first game. Yeah, for Genoa. He got the loss, but, I mean, their team is freaking bad, man. I don't even know why you would accept that job.
Hey, you know what else? You know what else? Mourinho, they say he was happy with the performance of Roma. I didn't like them too much.
I wasn't impressed with them either. Yeah, I don't think they were anything crazy to.
And then they say he got right because he put the young guy that scored. Hey, Mazzanioli has to be playing all the time. Come on.
I'm disappointed with him.
Listen, I said you got to give the guy some chance from being hurt. Like, just because you come back doesn't mean you're going to be top performer. You got to give the kids 6 months, 9 months.
Two ACL surgeries.
Right, that's what. No, but if you look Roma, Zaniolo, you're not leaving Zaniolo out.
No.
Well, I mean, but then you can't have it both ways, right? You get mad at Mancini, he doesn't take Barella out because he should come out. But then you get mad if he takes out Zaniolo, who's not playing good. So you can't have it both ways.
I say when it's not your game, you have to understand that you put him out.
Yeah, so Zaniolo hasn't been playing that great.
If you look, I mean, they had the words. Mourinho and Zaniolo, they had the words.
I didn't know about that. But still, he hasn't been playing that great.
They had the words. But if you look at the player, Roma player, Zaniolo deserved to play there.
Yeah, and he's been playing, but I mean,
he will.
He wasn't playing.
They're not going to play every game. They have a midweek game too coming up. There's so many games. He's going to have one day off every once in a while. But the bottom three, Genoa, Coyote, Salernitana, I mean, I would be okay with all three of those teams going down. Coyote, I hate. Genoa's been awful for years and years. And
I see Venezia going down and maybe Spezia too.
Bite your tongue.
I see Venezia definitely dipping. There's going to be a point in their season where they go down. They lose a lot in a row, and hopefully they can. It doesn't last too long, but they're not going to keep this up.
Keep what up? They have 15 points. Let's not act like they got
15 points. Some people would say they wouldn't even get 15 points all season. They're like that. This is a surprise that they have 15 points. It's not what many people expected. Dom, go to our predictions. You could say something, Chris, if you want to.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
So those are our picks for this last week. Frank did have two correct picks. I had one, Chris had one, Pietro had one, because he goes with that Juventus pick every week. You got it right. Totals, I have 20, Chris has 18, Frank has 17.
We just were talking before the show, too, and I just want to make it known. Last year I won, realizing I did not pick for Inter one time, and they won the league. So I'm going to continue my streak and never pick for Inter the rest of this season and see if I can catch you guys.
Really quickly, this guy's got 9 points.
9. It's pretty disgraceful.
Hey, we'll come back. Believe me.
Yeah, well, you better start that comeback soon.
Yeah, any day now. Feel free.
So that leads us to our picks this
week. Frank, like you point to get Venezia, look, well, it's luck.
It's luck. How is it luck?
Yeah, it's a luck shot.
This guy's throwing down the gauntlet.
Tom, throw up the schedule. Throw up the schedule for the Champions League real quick. Because there are Champions League. There's a whole bunch of tournament games this week. You have the Champions League tomorrow. You have Juventus, Chelsea, 3 o'clock Eastern. You have Atalanta, Young Boys, same time. Thursday, you have Inter, Shakhtar.
Wait, is that Thanksgiving?
No, I'm sorry, Wednesday, not Thursday.
Okay, that's fine.
Wednesday, 12:45. 12:45 Inter versus Shakhtar. And you also have Milan versus Atletico.
I think Inter should make it, right?
Inter has to win this game, right?
No.
Tom, throw up the groups.
They don't have to win.
They don't have to, but you want to win this game. You're playing the last team in the
Atalanta. It's more important for Atalanta to win.
Atalanta needs to win, yeah, for sure.
They need to win the rest.
What Inter has going for them, Shakhtar has not been playing well, so that's they have that going for them.
Yeah, no, listen, if I see the game on Wednesday, I'm fully expecting Inter to win that game. That's not
I mean, there's a lot more riding on it for Chelsea than there is for Juventus, so I'd be very shocked if
Oh, I don't expect Juventus to win. You expect Juventus to win?
No, I was
If,
gonna say,
if
I'm
Juventus
really
gets
shocked
if they get a point out of this game, you take it.
No,
Yeah.
no, I think I put a win on Juventus.
No.
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Shocker, you picked Juventus to win?
1-0, yeah.
All right.
It's unheard of.
I don't think so.
You have Napoli on Wednesday, versus Spartak Moscow, and Lazio on Thursday versus Lokomotiv Moscow, and then Rome versus FC Georgia Luhansk. 3
Isn't that a
p.m.
figure
on the
skater?
25th. I believe so.
What country are they from? What is that? I don't even.
I don't know. So those are those games. And then we'll go to the round 14 games, and we'll do our predictions for the rounds. So this week's games aren't as good as last week's as far as like the big marquee matchups.
Before the last position, no?
Huh?
Cagliari Salernitana.
It's a big game.
They play
It's a big game. So yeah, I mean, we might have to pick that game because there's not too many great games, but there are a couple. There are a couple of good ones. So who wants to go first?
I put a Sassuolo Milan as a Sassuolo win this time.
All right, so you're picking that game. What's your score prediction?
2-1 for Sassuolo.
2-1 Sassuolo. Chris?
2-2 tie.
I'm gonna say 2-0 Milan.
I'm gonna say 1-1.
Okay. Who else would like to pick a game?
Rome, Torino.
Wow.
Rome, Torino. Okay, you gonna say score?
Yeah, chill.
Torino,
2-1 Torino.
1-1.
2-1 Torino for Chris. 1-1 for you. I'm gonna say 2-2 draw.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Torino too.
All right. Frank, would you like to pick either the Juventus game or the Napoli game?
Shit. Napoli, Lazio, I'm gonna say.
Now remember, no Osimhen, no Anguissa.
Yeah, 1-1.
1-1.
Me too. 1-1.
Is Immobile back?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think he is back, right? Yeah. I'm gonna say 1-0 Lazio.
I'm gonna say, even with the injuries, I'm saying 1-0 Napoli.
I don't
I'll
know.
say 1-1 then.
All right. So that leaves me with Juventus Atalanta.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 3-2 Atalanta.
2-1 Juventus.
Juventus is home, huh?
2-1.
Gozin's playing?
Yeah, supposedly.
3-2 Atalanta. Wait, no, sorry. Did you pick 3-2, Dan?
I picked 3-2, yeah.
All right, 2-1 Atalanta. 2-1 Atalanta.
Should be a fun one.
This is me.
Yeah. I'm
This
on
is
the
hard.
edge of my seat.
This is hard. This is hard because as
I
much
just wanna go to bed.
as I love Atalanta, they always seem to play not well versus Juventus, and Juventus is home.
They never play a full 90 versus Juventus.
Yeah, and as much as I think Juventus is very, very limited, and if they try to defend the whole game, they're going to give up goals. So, I'm going to say 1-1.
Yeah.
1-1. After all that debating, he picks a tie.
Because I can't decide, quite frankly. Honestly, I can
Jesus
see all three
Christ.
results easily.
He's got no balls, this guy.
Just to me.
It's tough.
Let them prove to me that they can beat Atalanta this week. I don't really see it.
All right,
Why
Frank. Before you
Why
go,
not?
do you want to give them your?
Why not?
breakfast
Remember
recipe?
one thing is Frank. Remember when Lukaku, Zapata get the elite, they don't touch the ball.
It's actually when they get Chiellini, they don't touch the ball.
Yeah, whatever.
I bet you Delit's on the bench in that game.
You forgot about Muriel. Okay. What were you saying, Dan?
No, I was gonna say, do you want to give the listeners your breakfast recipe?
Yeah.
Wow.
So what you want to do is you want to take exactly 12 ounces of cold milk and you want to pour 3 ounces of espresso in it so it warms up to exactly 83 degrees. And then you want to take about 13 Celador cookies and mash it right into.
What are you talking?
13 is an absurd amount of cookies, by the way.
13,
What are you talking
he said. So,
Don't worry,
anyway,
you can always refill the cup for round 2 when you're done. It's delicious.
if you haven't had it, don't knock it until you try it. It's
Celador
pretty
best
fantastic.
cookies, I'm telling you. Go have it.
We grew up on that. Anyway, like,
Breakfast of
subscribe,
champions.
like, subscribe, follow on every platform ever created. Enjoy the games this week and this weekend, and we'll be back on Monday to
Hey, look like
probably make fun of Juventus.
It looks like what?
I say after when we close.
No, bye.
Have a good night.
Adios.
Bye.